Valenti with the American Parkinson Disease Association. Today I'm doing a short video on increasing your flexibility. So we're going to be doing some stretches and exercises to increase that flexibility in your muscles and joints. Okay, this is going to be a short video, so we want to go ahead and start warming up right now. And we're just going to start by a march in place. Now, if you're sitting or standing, we do this either way. We are making sure that we get each foot up off the floor every time. So we're going to warm up those hips. We're going to warm up our knees and our feet. And of course, our upper body too, by swinging those arms. So we need a few minutes to warm up our body before we start stretching. Never want to stretch that body cold. Okay, you can accidentally pull your muscles doing that, so that's why we need to warm up a little bit. We're going to warm up for a few minutes. If you want to warm up longer, then please feel free to do that. Remember, you can always pause this and then go ahead and do those exercises when you're ready. But to make our time around 10 minutes or so, I'm going to do this for about 3 minutes. All right, so we're going to keep that march, bring our arms straight out to the sides, and do some small circles forward. We're going to warm up those shoulders, warm up the back and the chest. Keep that march. Now take those circles backwards. Good. All right, plant those feet. We're going to do some turns, all right? You're going to pivot on one toe and reach across your body to the side wall with one arm. So it's going to look like this. You're going to pivot, reach, and pull it back in. Turn to the opposite side, reach, and pull back in. So pivot on that toe, so you're rotating that hip a little bit, and then you're reaching and stretching out that upper body, stretching out the back, stretching out the core, and down your sides. You can do the same thing in the chair. Now, once we get to the first stretching exercise, you will want to get up out of the chair, and you're going to want to find a nice flat wall, okay? Preferably something you can get right up next to, okay? I'm going to show you with my door here behind me. And last one. All right, we're going to march it again. Take our arms down. We're going to try to reach up as high as we can up over our head and down. Just take it slow. Reach and stretch that body up and lower. Try to get your arms up as close to your ears as you can and lower. A couple more. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I call this my wall slide. This is really good for the shoulders and the chest. So you're going to want to get up real close to a wall. I'm going to show you several different ways against my door here. Okay? So what you want to do is try to get to a place where you can get that armpit up next to the side of a wall, if you can, and something that's flat. Okay? So you're going to want to try to keep your palm on that wall and drive those fingertips up and back down, just like that. So, it's a slide up. Try to straighten your arm as much as you can. All right, notice how my body is real close to that wall if I can get it there. I'm going to show you this way. All the way up. All the way back down. All right, so we're going to do 10 of these on one side, and then we're going to switch. 5, 6. If you can't straighten your arm up all the way, that's okay. 8, 9, and 10. All right. switch sides, okay? So hopefully you're up against your wall now. We're sliding up and down. Now watch, I'm going to change, that's 2. I'm going to show you against just a regular wall. 3, 4. So I'm pushing myself up as high as close as I can to the wall. Couple more here. All right. So that really gets those shoulders going, okay? It opens up that chest. Try to do 10 of each once a day after you're warmed up. If you're having trouble with those shoulders, remember not to force your arm all the way up. Okay, that's why you're up against the wall. You're trying to get it as high as you can every time. Push a little further forward once you get that down and really try to stretch out that shoulder area. All right, next up we're going to stretch our hamstrings, the back of our legs. Our hamstrings can cause us a lot of trouble, okay, especially if they're short. Mine happen to be short, so I need to stretch them out a lot because it really does pull on the lower back if your hamstrings are tight. So once again, I'm going to use my door here so you can see me from both sides. I'm going to put my front foot up against that door, or you can use any kind of wall that's sturdy. Okay, don't use a door that's going to move on you. Just using this to show you. So we're going to lean back, keeping that front leg straight. My toe is up against that door. Okay, so I'm on my heel, and then I just want to lean forward. Make sure you don't hit your head on the wall. Okay, that back leg is bent, and that front leg is straight. Now you can do this up against the wall, or you can do it standing, holding onto the wall, or in your chair. You want to keep that front leg straight as you can. Lean forward at the waist, and keep that leg straight. You're going to feel a stretch all the way up the back of your leg. Try to hold that for at least 30 seconds, and then switch sides. Same thing. So that front leg is straight, you're on your heel, toe is up. Push that toe into the wall if you want, and keep that leg as straight as you can. I'm going to push that leg straight with my one hand, but I'm not going to press on my knee. Hold that for about 30 seconds. And you can do this a couple times, 3 times if you want. If you have really tight hamstrings, it's really good to keep them stretched. Okay, but don't do this until you are warm. All right, next up, I'm going to show you some exercises by holding on to the door, and we're going to lean back and stretch our upper back and our shoulders, okay? Make sure that you find a spot that is steady and stable, okay? And once again, I'm showing you with the door. You don't have to use a door. You can use a door jamb, something that's solid and steady. I'm just using this so you can see me down in my room here where I'm at. And I want to be able to hold on to something that's real solid. And all I want to do is keep my arms straight, step back, and then bend over at the waist, keeping my back pretty straight here. But I'm just going to let my body kind of pull back. Once again, that's why you want something steady. You don't want something that's going to come open. Okay, make sure it's something real sturdy and solid. You're going to lean back and stretch from the wrists all the way up those arms into that upper back. I'm going to lean forward and just feel that stretch all the way down my arms and all the way down my back. Once again, holding it for at least 30 seconds. Remember, you can do that more than one time, okay? 2 or 3 times if it feels really good. If you're having any back issues and you need to stretch it out. All right, next up, we're going to stretch those hips. So I'm going to show you sitting in a chair, because this is the easiest way to do it. Standing, doing the hips is a little more difficult. You need a lot more balance for that. So we're going to sit all the way to the back of the chair, okay? Feet are flat on the floor. You're going to bring one foot up over the other one. Now make sure that leg is not on top of your knee, okay? We're going to take our other hands and gently press that leg down, okay? So we want to keep our butt flat on the chair. We want to keep our upper back plastered in the back of the chair. Keep pushing that leg down until you feel that open up in your hip right here. And once again, hold it for 30 seconds. Let it go. Push down again if you want. Hold it for another 30 seconds. You want to push down hard enough to where you feel that in your hip. Okay? Once again, do it as many times as you want. I recommend 2 to 3 times for 30 seconds each. And then of course we're going to switch sides. Same thing though. We don't want to press down on top of our knees. We always want to keep our butt flat and our back into the back of the chair. So we don't want to let that side come up. We don't want to lean forward here. We're really going to concentrate on that hip. Let it loose and push it back down again if you want. 2 to 3 30-second periods of this. All right, that really helps keep those hips stretched out. All right, last but not least, we're going to stretch the neck. So you're going to sit up tall. We're going to look down all the way with our eyes, okay, towards our chest, feeling that stretch down the back of the neck. Hold it here for a few seconds. Come back up to the center. We're sitting up tall. Our back is into the back of the chair. We're going to turn to one side as big as we can. Hold it here for a few seconds. Back to the center and switch sides. Back to the center and look up. Back to the center and look down again. Center and side. Center and side. Center and up. All right, so we're getting a little bit more flexibility here from our neck to our shoulders, to our hips, and of course our hamstrings. All very important places to keep flexible. All right, this allows for better balance and control of your body. Until next time, have a great rest of your day. See you next time. Bye-bye.